It's your daily dose of Donna. Welcome to the show. It is Friday, October 17th. Have you ever been happier for a Friday? I have not. In case you're wondering, I have not. Fridays are good days over here on Daily Dose of Donna. You know that. You know that Fridays are good days, especially a Friday where I get ample sleep. I've got energy. I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling positive. I am feeling good. How are you feeling in the comments, you guys? Make sure to let me know. Make sure to let me know. We are going to get a little bit controversial again today because we have more on the Britney versus Kevin Federline story. It is not dying. There is more out there. Kevin Federline is doubling down on his claims. Jamie Lynn Spears has more to say against her sister. She's part of the book. And Britney Spears is not happy, understandably. Although some of the claims that Kevin Federline has come out with, I'm like, what in the F was going on in that house? I don't know if you guys feel the same way. Now, in addition, I think people have lost the plot on Taylor Swift. Okay. You know, I've talked about it on this show before. I'm a little Taylor fatigued. I have Taylor Swift fatigue, but people are losing the plot. Remember how we've talked about how I think that most people in this world are just so easily offended? Yeah. I feel like that's where we are. We're just looking for things to be angry about. And now I'm going to have to defend Taylor Swift. I will. I'm going to have to defend her because now we've lost the plot, in my opinion. Plus, Love is Blind, a Kevin Costner update. And is there anything else that I want to talk about today? Ariana Grande and her boyfriend apparently have broken up. Ethan Slater from Wicked. How is that going to work before the big second movie coming out? There's so much to talk about. We'll get into it all. Make sure to hit the subscribe and the like as you guys jump on into this episode. It is your daily dose of Donna. Oh my gosh, you guys. Apparently, according to Enrique, only MAGAs are defending Taylor Swift. So add it to the list. Add it to the list of things that people are going to say about me. Like it's so out of control. It's so out of control. We have so much to talk about. Yay, Aya Barakat said, yay, I made a live. Welcome. Look at this, you guys. Look at this. Welcome. We have applause now. I didn't mean to hit it again, but why not? Do another round of applause. Who knew we have all these sounds here? All these sounds. It's so funny. Even if I'm not funny, I can pretend I am. I can pretend that I am, you know? I'm so funny. Listen to all of you guys. I hear you. I hear you out there. I'm so funny. Okay, you guys. Oh my God, you guys, stop. I know. Guys, stop. Take it down a notch. Take it down. Okay, I get it. Okay. Everything's fine. I know. Are you laughing at me? Okay, we're going to have fun though. Don't worry. I finally discovered the sound effects. No, I think this is like a new thing. I used to have a Rodecaster, which is like a sound tuner. I ended up not using it because I'm not an engineer. And I was like, what? I can't do it all. Okay. But now they incorporated it to my platform here, my StreamYard platform. So we'll be having fun with that. There's a bunch of different ones, you know, in addition to my sister wives music, I'm really doing it all. So I'm really good. This is apparently how Ryan Reynolds wakes up in the morning. He wakes up in the morning. I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I look at my face and I pretend that I'm really funny and I press a button and I hear laughter. My name is Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds and Blake aren't together, right? Like we've pretty much decided that. I don't know what the update is. I actually kind of have moved on from caring about Blake. Although the world hasn't. Page Six did run an article this morning or last night. I can't remember if it was last night or this morning because I texted Zach and Molly. It was at night. It was dark, so it could have been like 5 this morning. I don't know. I'm an early riser. And and they it was something about Taylor has not talked to Blake since the Justin Baldoni drama. And I'm like, no shit. Who out there is trying to pretend that they're friends? There are a few people out there, there are a few content creators that cover this Blake Lively mess that are convinced that they're friends. And they're not even pro Blake people. But I don't know what kind of like delusion that they're living under. They're not friends. And if they are friends, I would say like that's not a friendship because she's embarrassed to be your friend. So that's not friendship. Oh my gosh, you guys, Jackie Schimmel. If you know who Jackie Schimmel is, Jackie Schimmel hosts the Bitch Bible podcast. It's a very niche podcast. When I say niche, I don't mean small. It's a big podcast, but it's a very niche podcast because what she does is she basically, I wouldn't even know how to explain what her podcast is. She bitches for an hour, but she's funny if you're into that kind of thing. I can't listen to it all the time. But she goes on her podcast and she basically just bitches for an hour. She talks shit. She's funny. She just complains. She curses. I don't know. You have to like her to enjoy it. The other day, someone sent me her story, her Instagram story, where she said, I know that this is, random, but I can't stop thinking about this. And she screenshot the picture of Blake Lively's house of when she was making her cake. Remember the crazy bunny cake? And she screenshot it and she said, what in the world is going on in Blake Lively's house? She started showing all the different features in the background of Blake Lively's house. Do you guys remember those pictures of the bucket in the background and then the couch placement and the random picture on the wall? And she's like, I can't get over what is happening in Blake Lively's house. Like something is going on here. And I just don't know how to move on from it. And I thought to myself, at least she is like us. So many more people are thinking the same thing. Another Blake Lively rant that I just want to say really quickly before I move on to some of the other stories is it's very, very odd. And if you really are not paying attention to this, you have to just think a little stronger about this if you're under the impression that Blake Lively is still in good standing with her people. Everyone always sends me text messages when Blake Lively releases new reels and posts. Everyone always sends me DMs. Oh my God, this is so fake. Look how many likes she has and look how many comments she has. She has 400,000 likes and only 6 comments. Well, the reason for that, oh my gosh, my Molly is here. The reason for that is because she has her comments limited. We know that she has her comments limited because in the comments, and the way that you can set that up, I've never limited my comments. I am imagining there's a way that you set that up so that you only get comments from people that you follow back or people that maybe you've had follow you for years and years and years. So you know that they're safe people. You can't get spammed with comments from people that have just started following you or randoms, right? So that you're not getting inundated with hate comments. So that's fine. A lot of people do that. I know a lot of celebrities do that if they don't want to get spammed with hate comments. I'm not against that, actually. It's not that she's not getting a lot of comments because people don't want to watch her or don't want to follow her. It's just she's limiting the comments. But think about this. She's limiting her comments on all of her reels, and she still doesn't get comments from any of her celebrity, quote unquote, friends. She doesn't even get a comment from Ryan. Why, let me ask you, does Ryan Reynolds not even comment on his wife's businesses? Like, why? As a husband who's chronically online, why wouldn't he at least comment and say, looks great, babe. Good job. Love this product. That's weird. That's weird. Joy says, I am against it. If you're going to put yourself out there, take the good with the bad or shut up. Wow, Joy. Wow, shut up. Listen, I do believe in protecting mental health sometimes. Like, it is not easy to see a lot of hate comments, and I think that Blake would get inundated with hate. I'm okay with her closing off her comments if it's gonna help her mental health, and I do think she would get killed in the comments. Taylor Swift also cuts off her comments. I don't think that's, like, the worst possible thing in the world for your mental health. A lot of people do it. Instagram is really, really cruel, so I'm not against it. If you're someone that is tremendously hated online, it's up to you. It's up to you. Don't even get me into New York City right now. That is for another conversation. That's a political conversation we don't want to get into today, right? Okay. Joy says, yes, but you can't surround yourself with, oh, you're so great. True. She is surrounding herself in a bubble of positivity. Well, yes, but there's no way that Blake Lively is not living. Well, I was just about to say there's no way that Blake Lively is not living in reality, that she doesn't understand that the majority of the world is not a fan of hers. But maybe she is really in a bubble. Is there a world that she is like is there a world that Blake Lively thinks that people around the like world love her still? What would you think? Do you guys think that Blake Lively really, really loves, like, thinks that the world still sees her as the most amazing thing? I want to have the confidence of Blake Lively in the world. I want to have the confidence of Blake Lively mixed with a Ramona Singer. That would be a great thing. You guys must have seen the clip of Ramona Singer the other day, right? When she was talking about herself on the show. Oh my God. She was on the Dorinda's Sirius radio show. The what was it? The reality recap show, the one that our sweet Amy Phillips used to host. I have to find the clip of it. And she's so freaking funny. And she decides to say that she thinks that uh, she's like legendary. She's legendary. Let's watch it really quickly. It's so good.
Now is that our show is because it is, I realize it's an icon show like I Love Lucy, Friends, because I walk down, especially when it's down in Soho or West Village, 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds, they're approaching me because they're seeing all the reruns. Oh my God, you're Ramona. Cray cray right now is that our
She's like, I'm like, we're like friends. We're like the Golden Girls. I mean, she's a pop icon. I do think she is. I'm not joking. If I saw Ramona in real life, I would scream. Maybe more than I would a celebrity, like a real actor. I do love her. Blake Lively is less of a celebrity in my eyes than Ramona Singer, and I stand by that. I stand by that. Okay? I would turtle time with Ramona any day, any day, any day. If you don't know who Ramona is, you have a job over the weekend. Turn on Peacock and turn on Real Housewives of New York seasons 1 through 10. Okay? You have a job. Um, she's the golden girl of horny. Oh my God, just look up a picture of her making out with Harry. With Harry. I want to talk about these Taylor Swift fans taking it too far. We have a little bit of an issue. I don't know exactly what to do about this because people are taking it too far. And you know, I'm not the biggest Taylor Swift fan. So I will preface it there, meaning I'm not a massive, like, I'm not a Swiftie to the end. I'm not someone that is going to hold her hand and like fight to the death for Taylor Swift. I'm not someone that is going to, obsess over her and like, please no, she can do no wrong. Like Taylor Swift can do wrong. She can do wrong. 100%. But I will draw the line when people say things, wild things, like she wanted to get married. She's singing songs about wanting to marry a man and have kids with him. And that means that she is a right-wing MAGA, psycho, Satan obsessed, Proud Boy lover. People are too extreme in their hate of Taylor Swift. It is so out of control. It is too much. And the truth is, there is no nuance anymore on Instagram or on TikTok, on social media. People went from being like, Taylor is the feminist of our generation. Go back and watch her documentaries where she out loud spoke against Donald Trump, where she just recently spoke out saying, I endorse Kamala Harris. Trump spoke against her and the world went crazy. Yay, Taylor, yay, Taylor. And all of a sudden, not a year later, she's MAGA. She's a racist. She's a Nazi. What? I say this as a Jewish woman who should be offended by this swastika theory. If you haven't seen it, I'm about to show you. This is cuckoo, cuckoo. Okay? I think it's cuckoo. So, my friend DJ Hungry Human sent this to me last night, and I was like, what is happening? And it's gotten picked up now by so many different people. People are freaking out. It started, I guess, with this idea of these two lightning bolts. Now, you please tell me if you've ever heard of this idea. These two lightning bolts look like, I just think Tom Sandoval when I think lightning bolts. Shout out Vanderpump Rules. If you know what I know, like if you remember me. But these two lightning bolts are Aviator Nation. Aviator Nation is a company that's been around for a long time. I don't personally like shop there, but I know a lot of people do. It's kind of, I would say it's like very expensive casual clothes. Isn't that what you would say about Aviator Nation? It's very like surfer chic. Let me show you Aviator Nation's website. It's surfer chic. It's got like a vibe like this. So this is how this came up with this one creator. She has all this hello. She has this one Aviator Nation outfit, and I guess on the Aviator Nation logo, as you can see on this girl and all of these, they have this little lightning bolt, right? So on these lightning bolts, apparently, these lightning bolts together, people are saying, "Oh my god, two lightning bolts equal Nazi." Hello? Are we okay? Is anyone with me? Is this like drawing a bridge to oh, it's the SS? Is that what it is? Kirsten says it's SS. Okay. I'm looking this up. Two lightning bolts, meaning the symbol of two lightning bolts, particularly stylized as runes, is widely associated with Nazism and white supremacist movements. It is also used in other less common contexts, such as a reference to specific musician or the power of nature. Okay. Now, I don't want to minimize these things because, as you know, these things are real. These kinds of things could be real. I want, like, when I look it up on Google, it says Schutzstaffel in Nazi Germany is the SS logo. So this is what the SS logo is, this. And then you go over to Aviator Nation and they have the one lightning bolt. And some of these clothes are actually really cute, and I can't tell if the clothes are cute or is it just the women and the men wearing the clothes. Let me go back to the TikTok that this woman, She Love, I guess, had originally posted. Here. Let me share this for you guys and watch it, and then let's talk about it, okay? You ready? Give it a second to load. Hello.
Hey, so I didn't know about the Thunderbolts, the two Thunderbolts. I promise you I didn't know. And now I'm wondering if we have an issue with Aviator Nation. Let me show you something. So I have a bunch of their stuff, and they have Thunderbolts as a thing, right? Okay? Okay. So I never thought that this was weird. I've worn this before in videos. I love this sweater. It's cute. It's cropped. It cinches here and then billows a little bit up here. It's a perfect sweater. What is that? Aviator Nation? What is this? I remember wearing this in a video and someone commented something like, "What the fuck is on your sweater?" And
Okay, I'm going to stop it there because what I see there are two lightning bolts as eyes. They're not right next to each other. To me, this does not look like that. Just because they are next to each other, it doesn't connect for me. And you guys know I am someone that is like a somewhat sensitive about these things, but it doesn't connect for me. Okay. The reason why my friend DJ Hungry Human sent this to me is because someone commented about the Taylor Swift of it all. And then she responded to this. Ready? Hold on. Wait, I'm not even showing you guys. Hold on. Here we go.
this cannot. You don't talk to the police. This cannot be serious. Click on this comment so you can see this whole image that's behind me, because I can't show you the whole thing, but you can kind of get an idea of what is behind my head, right? And you can see it's from Taylor Swift's Midnights album. Are people looking too deep into it? I'm not so fucking sure, because apparently she released 4 versions of the exact same album, okay? Meant to be put together like a puzzle. Meant to be put together like a puzzle. A lot of thought went into this. Part of the 1 is on this album, and the 2 is on this album to make 12. Half of the 3, half of the 3. Half of the 6, half of the 6. Half of the 9, it was meant to be put together. Apparently, her fans love this kind of shit. They're willing to pay her for multiple times for the same fucking albums just so that they could do this, and then they can buy this clock piece to put in between them and put it on the wall. So it was intended. This was intended straight out of the box, not on a wall. This is what they look like arranged. Okay, very intentional.
It sounds bad, right? Her story sounds bad until you
design.
realize
So much thought went into the other side. Why are they framed like this? Why is this just an off-center frame with the mat just on the outside?
okay.
Doesn't look like anything to me.
Let me
You don't talk to
let
the
me
police.
pause
This
her
cannot
for a
be.
second. She's trying to figure out, wait, why is this happening? Why are these photos, when you turn them around, why are there white paddings around the pictures when you put them next to each other? This is weird, but when you turn them,
She can't be brilliant and just a girl at the same time. Every single fucking thing cannot be calculated and amazing and the smartest marketing move that anyone's ever made, and then also just be a coincidence.
When you turn the 4 pictures, each one 90 degrees, oh no, out comes this, a swastika. When you turn 4 things, you can make a swastika. You guys, is this insane or what? This is psycho. This is literally creating a story from nothing. I cannot handle creating stories like this from nothing. And I am someone, as you know, who is a proud Jewish person, who is very, very, in this year, sensitive about anything that could be misconstrued as anti-Semitic, who sees anti-Semitic stuff, for example, every single thing online right now. And, you know, the young Republicans on that chat yesterday or 2 days ago that just got released, that disgusting chat, disgusting. That's anti-Semitism. The pro-Palestinian marches that scream, you know, death to Jews. Yeah, that's anti-Semitism. Taylor Swift is not anti-Semitic, and she's not doing a Nazi swastika. This is psycho. What are they doing? And get this person's ugly feet off my face, right? Also in this picture. This is getting out of control. Look at these ugly feet that I have to look at in this picture. She needs a pedicure. But the point is that this is an attorney that is making this video. She's not a stupid person. So what are we actually doing here? Are we just trying to create problems? Are we just trying to find issues? I mean, I don't know what kind of people are like doing this. Are we? I think I wouldn't understand. Is she anti? Is she like on the left? Is she on the right? I don't know. I don't know what kind of people are doing this, but this is out of control. This is a narrative I don't like. And I think that this is when you call everyone a Nazi, and when you call everyone racist, and when you call everyone a homophobe, and when you call everyone Hitler, and when you call everyone, a fascist, or when you call everyone everything, I don't think that it matters anymore. Then no one is. Like, let's save the word Nazi for the actual Nazis. I don't think Taylor Swift's a Nazi, and I don't think her marketing team is Nazis. I don't think anyone on her team specifically sat there and said, like, let's like really fuck over the Jews and the minorities of the world with our Midnight's album. Like, come the F on. Do better. And anyone out there that is making money on content trying to expose Taylor Swift as this crazy MAGA Proud Boy, like KKK member, is out of control. And now I'm defending Taylor Swift. Does anyone else agree with me on this one? I think most of you guys are agreeing on this, right? Yeah. Robin says, I think we Jews have way bigger fish to fry than this stupid nonsense. Mom Unscripted, it's speculation on steroids. Josh says, it's so 2016. It's so true. Yes, it's made up. You guys agree. Yeah, Debbie says, this reminds me of the Paul McCartney is dead from the 70s. I don't know that. People thought there were clues in several albums. She's not a Nazi. I agree. This is crazy. Yeah, it seems like people are just looking for reasons to be mad. Why? Okay. Genergy, this made me laugh. Mind you, Taylor's bestie Selena married a big Jew. Benny Blanco is a big Jew. I love how he's a big Jew. He's not just a Jew. He's a big Jew. He has big hair. I don't know how big he is, but he's a Jew. Okay. Anyway, everyone does need to touch grass. I agree. Let's touch some grass. Let's get into some more stories. We do have more stories of the day. I want to shout out a sponsor before I get into some crazy Love is Blind stories. And also, I want to tell you guys an update on the Kevin Costner. There's an update on that Kevin Costner lawsuit. If you guys remember, with Devin Labella, the stunt woman, that's kind of an insane story. Remember, this week, Daily Dose of Donna is brought to you by Hers. And just, I know how it's going. Everywhere you look right now, people are talking about weight loss medications. It's the buzz at brunch, your group chats, even at the doctor's office. But how do you know if weight loss medications are right for you? Enter Hers. Hers is transforming women's healthcare by providing access to weight loss treatment plans for every budget. They connect you with a medical provider who will work with you to determine the best treatment option for you. If prescribed, you get medication as part of a doctor-developed weight loss program, complete with ongoing care, check-ins, dosage, and medication adjustments, and access to 24/7 online support at no additional cost. No hidden fees and no membership fees. Weight Loss by Hers is realistic, not restrictive. Hers provides access to affordable weight loss plans built around oral medication kits and GLP-1 injectable options. With oral medication kits starting at just $69 per month with a 10-month plan when paid up front in full. So if you've been struggling with your weight loss journey, it's time you find the best option that works for you through Hers. Whether you want to lose weight, grow thicker, fuller hair, or find relief for anxiety, Hers has you covered. Visit forhers.com forhers.com/daily dose to get a personalized, affordable plan that gets you. That's forhers.com/daily dose. Forhers.com/daily dose. Weight loss by Hers is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not approved or reviewed for safety, effectiveness, or quality by the FDA. Prescription required. See website for full details, important safety information, and restrictions. Actual price depends on product and plan purchased. All right. Let's talk about, thanks for the link. Okay, let's talk about this Kevin Costner story, and then we'll get into Britney. So, as you guys remember, I was really interested in this story, this Kevin Costner and Devin Labella, the stunt performer and the stand-in, who sued Kevin Costner for sexual harassment from the work on the movie Horizon. So on Thursday, just yesterday, Kevin Costner lost his bid to throw out a lawsuit accusing him of sexual harassment for setting up an unscripted rape scene during filming of Horizon 2. So this is actually bad news for Kevin Costner, which is kind of interesting because I'm sure Kevin Costner probably thought he was just going to completely, be able to get away with whatever he could because, he is Kevin Costner and his attorney is Marty Singer. So I thought for sure, with all the money and all the resources, Devin Labella sued Costner and the production in May, alleging she was forced to perform in the scene without advance warning and without an intimacy coordinator present. And that was in violation of SAG-AFTRA rules. Costner's lawyer, Marty Singer, sought to throw out the suit under the anti-SLAPP law, which is designed to protect free speech from frivolous litigation. The judge is John Takasugi, and he denied the motion, finding that the facts alleged in the lawsuit are sufficient to proceed. Kate McFarlane, who's one of Devin Labella's attorneys, applauded the judge's position. She said the creative process cannot and does not give men in power complete impunity to abuse women like Miss Labella. We were confident we would prevail against defendants on this frivolous motion, and we did. We anticipate defendants will continue to employ similar tactics in an attempt to prevent their despicable conduct from ever reaching the eyes and the ears of a jury. We won't back down. She says after doing the entire movie, and she was directed to pin her down and participate in the scene, straddle her, and violently rake up her suit. She was traumatized and humiliated by the experience. And there was a report that documenting violations of union protocols. Costner, meanwhile, has argued that the allegations are patently false and they were designed to damage and embarrass him in order to garner a massive and an unjustified payday. His attorney submitted statements from several actors and crew members who said the scene was not a simulated rape and that Labella did not appear to object at the time. Costner's lawyers argued that the Horizon films deal with the horrific struggles endured by women in the American West, including their extreme vulnerability to rape and other forms of violence. The judge was somewhat skeptical that the scene was intended to portray that, but acknowledged that the film is an expressive work protected under the First Amendment. However, the anti-SLAPP motion failed on the second prong, which requires the defendant to show that the claim lacks minimal merit. The judge found that her claims, taken as true, are not frivolous, and thus the motion was denied. The judge did throw out one of the 10 causes of actions, an alleged violation of the Bain Act, which is intended to combat hate crimes. The judge found there was no allegation of a threat of physical violence, which would be required to establish the claim. So Kevin Costner did win on one claim. The judge also threw out a second claim, one of 2 sexual harassment claims, finding that the law issue applies only to harassment outside of the workplace. So the ruling still leaves 8 claims intact, including SH, sex discrimination, retaliation, and breach of contract. Singer said he's going to appeal, and even if it's unsuccessful, will likely postpone the proceedings for more than a year. What are your guys' thoughts on that? I mean, Kevin Costner, I already talked about him last week. His reputation in Hollywood is real bad right now. He's kind of like the new Ryan Reynolds. He's like the older version of Ryan Reynolds, although Ryan Reynolds is not involved in an SH lawsuit. But Hollywood's not a big fan of Kevin Costner right now at all. Now, I do see something else that is not in my stories, but I do think this is kind of interesting. And I wonder if you guys want me to cover it really fast about Prince Andrew, just because we're also on this like story a little bit, how Prince Andrew has just resigned. And I think that's wild. What do you guys think about that? Prince Andrew and his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, have lost or lose their royal titles amid a flurry of new Jeffrey Epstein scandals. Andrew, formerly known as the Duke of York, admitted that continued accusations against him, which he still vigorously denies, are a distraction. Sure, Jan. Sure, Jan. I think he should resign, don't you guys? Let's look at it really fast. It's not on my agenda, but breaking news is breaking news, yeah? He says, I have decided, as I always have, to put my duty to my family and my country first, he wrote in a statement released by Buckingham Palace on Friday. I stand by my decision 5 years ago to stand back from public life. He just looks guilty to me. However, he added, with His Majesty's agreement, we feel I must now go a step further. I will therefore no longer use my title or the honors which have been conferred upon me. As I have said previously, I vigorously deny the accusations against me, he continued. Andrew noted that this decision was made after discussion with brother King Charles and their immediate and wider family. Here's obviously an older picture. Ferguson, who was married to Andrew from 86 to 96, will no longer maintain her Duchess of York title. Goodbye, ads. The 66-year-old has yet to speak about this latest development. Page 6 can confirm that the former couple's daughters, Princess Eugenie and Princess Beatrice, have not been affected by the father's title change. He already has lost his military titles, royal patronages, and use of the HRH title in 2022. That was 3 years ago. Regardless of Friday's update, he is still a prince because he is Queen Elizabeth II's son. The embattled royal will also continue to live at his Royal Lodge residence since he has a private tenancy agreement with the Crown Estate, according to the palace. Andrew stepped back from his royal public role in 2019 after a headline-making interview regarding his ties to Epstein. 2 years later, he was sued by a Virginia, I never can say her name right, Jeffrey, which he has denied, and the legal battle was settled out of the court. She, unfortunately, just recently died by suicide in April at age 41. That is such a sad story. The news follows renewed interest in Andrew's alleged connections to Epstein due to the impending release of her posthumous memoir, Nobody's Girl, a memoir of surviving abuse and fighting for justice, which will hit shelves on October 21st. Oh my gosh, between that book and Kevin Federline's book, we're going to have a lot to read next week. Dufresne, thank you. Dufresne. Wait, is it with a D? Why are you guys saying with a D? Is it Dufresne with a G? But it's a G. Dufresne? Are we going to read both this and K-Fed? The news follows renewed interest in Andrew. Oh, no, I already read that. Ferguson, meanwhile, was recently dropped by children's hospice charity Julia's House after her emailed apology to Epstein was revealed by the Daily Mail last month. Following the information shared this weekend on the Duchess of York's correspondence with Jeffrey Epstein, Julia's House has taken the decision it would be inappropriate for her to continue as patron of the charity. And so she was dropped. So basically, both of them have lost their public standings. I mean, all I can say is that obviously where there's smoke, there's fire with these two. And I'm not shocked by this. And this was the right move. And I think that a lot of stuff is going to come out in this book, and I think he had no choice but to have to jump down or release himself from the title before it did, right? Um, very interesting, but not shocking, right? Very interesting, but not shocking. Okay. Let's go into another story. Speaking of the books, Kevin Federline versus Britney Spears is continuing this kind of war, basically, of words, because Kevin Federline's book is filled with some really, really damning things, truly damning stories about Britney, to the point where if they are true, guys, it ain't good. If they are true, it's not good. I'm telling you, and I know that it's not okay, I understand that it's really, really bad that he's releasing all of this. I get it. I get it. Okay? I get that he's a grifter. I get that he's trying to make money. The allegations are so bad that what is happening in the comments here? All of a sudden, I look in the chat and I see mildly mercurial say, "Ma'am, my vagina is not what's cold." What is happening? Muff covers? What are we? Oh, you guys are talking about Kim Kardashian's bushy underwear. I'm so confused. Stay on topic. God, what the hell? I'm like talking about Epstein. I'm talking about Kevin Federline and Britney Spears as a mother. And then I look and you're talking about cold vagina. Oh my God. Do you see why the live chat is like its own beast? It's its own hairy beast. Oh my God. Ah, it's so good. I would pay for Zach Peter to wear that on his show live. So, back to Kevin Federline. So, in addition to some of the crazy, shocking things that I spoke about yesterday, there's even more. We talked about like how they woke up with with Britney standing outside their room in the doorway with a knife in her hand, and that she was allegedly using cocaine during the time period she was breastfeeding. But that now there's even more. Apparently, Spears bleached their son's hair down to the scalp, causing burns, forcing Preston, who's one of the children, the oldest one, Sean Preston, to bathe with her when he was 10 or 11. Not okay, guys. I have a 10-year-old right now. Not okay. Knowingly gave Jaden, the younger one, shellfish despite his allergy. What the F? And at one point, and this is all alleged, this is according to Kevin Federline, at one point wished both sons dead. Okay. This is not good stuff, obviously. Is it true? Is it not? I guess I don't know. A representative for Spears has denied all claims after being contacted by the Daily Mail. Her reps told the Daily Mail that Federline and others are profiting off of her. However, and I'll say what her response is, but before I do that, I want to share with you guys that he actually, where is this article? I don't know. My computer kind of fritzed out, and I need to find this one article where he said that the boys are very supportive of him releasing this book, which made me question a lot, y'all. It did make me question a lot. He's talking about exactly, in addition to all these other parenting things, he talks exactly about how much money he made in the divorce, exactly how he spent the money that he made in the divorce, exactly how much he made in child support. He talks about the settlement. He talks about every single thing. I think the book is going to be very revealing. Like I said, is it going to be true? I don't know. I mean, I imagine he's doing it in some way, in some protective way, so that he doesn't have to deal with some sort of a lawsuit. I don't know how these things work when you write memoirs. I don't know. I want to find this one article. He also says that she also punched one of the sons in his face, and hold on. The part of feeding the son shellfish when he was allergic is very upsetting. Also, I'm just going to be honest. The stories are really bad. Okay, they're really bad. But I want to find the one. Federline claims that once they were teenagers, Preston and Jaden told them that they didn't want to visit Spears anymore. He also claims that they started recording incidents with the toxic singer on their phones, including her allegedly screaming at Preston for not wearing a shirt she wanted him to wear for an Instagram picture. After Federline and his sons moved to Hawaii, he writes that they hit a breaking point in their relationship with her. Federline claims Preston had an argument with his mother on the phone and that Spears told her he wished that they were all dead. How could a mother say that to her son, he asked. Preston, having dealt with her vitriol for years, took it better than I did. He understood her anger and instability, but it didn't make it any less painful. Trauma like that left scars, ones I fear they'll carry for the rest of their lives. I'm still trying to find that one article where he does say, in the article, it did say that according to Kevin, the boys supported him writing this book. I'll try to find it. Do Britney Spears' sons support Kevin's book? Oh, here. What Britney Spears and Kevin Federline's teenage sons. Let me just show you guys the article. There's literally 400 articles on page 6 about this. It's crazy. What Britney Spears and Kevin Federline's teenage sons think of dad's bombshell memoir. It says Kevin Federline's son don't hold his memoirs against him. Britney Spears' ex-husband insisted to Extra that Sean Preston, 20, and Jaden James, 19, approve of him releasing his bombshells tell-all you thought you knew about their mom. My kids are old enough to understand and approve what I'm doing, the former backup dancer, 47, told the outlet Thursday while defending the controversial release. He said, I don't want my kids living their lives and having to explain who I am, he explained. I say that in the book. I don't want them talking about things that they didn't live through or can't remember. Everyone deserves to have a voice, especially if you had so much time to reflect on it with compassion and understanding. Over the last 2 decades, my story has been told through a different lens, and I felt it was important for me to finally come out and tell my story, he continued. And that's all it says. I mean, this is going to be very, very interesting because the boys are okay. Now I'm going to go to your guys' comments because I think that we're going to have a lot of disagreeing comments here. First, actually, before I go to your comments, and I'm very interested to hear what you have to say, Britney Spears did respond again via X. Remember, yesterday I did read you her response, and it did seem like she didn't write it, just being 100% honest. She did respond a second time today or yesterday, I can't remember. And this is what she said. Let me share it so you guys can read along while I read. Make it bigger. To be loved unconditionally and with a naive heart like mine, always being threatened or made to believe I'm the bad one as they profit off my pain. Oh, dear Jesus, show me there is a God and I can too be loved unconditionally and not have to be so perfect because it's really interesting. I 100% beg to differ the way he is literally attacking me in his interviews. If truth be told, the man in the interview went straight to the source and said it clear as day. No money from Britney for 5 years. You trying to get paid. That's what General America is saying. Weird you both have moved on. Your kids are adults. It's It's a different world now. Why is he so angry? And what's scary is he's convincing. It literally blows my mind the moments he stops before he cries, "Are you fucking serious?" I know his book will sell loads more than mine. If you really love someone, then you don't help them by humiliating them. What scared me was how serious and angry he got. People have no idea. It is way worse than anyone could imagine. The boy hates me and is deep anger to literally say the things he is saying. As my mother cleverly says, "Oh, you're angry. We just love you so much and wish you were here." I'm like, "What? You called me one time in 6 years. Why didn't you invite me to my son's birthday in Louisiana and my home for 2 weeks?" They get entitled with special secrets as they treat me exactly the way my father used to. Yes, they secretly love to cast me out and make me feel completely isolated. So in resolution, guess what I did, my friends? I bought myself a miniature greenhouse made of all glass. It has a beautiful stained glass picture above the door. It's the mini house of healing. I do need healing and I'm starting tomorrow on it. Nope, not growing weed. Lavender, rosemary, eucalyptus, and miniature shelves. Freeze your favorite flowers in the refrigerator. I'm serious. The smell stays potent, rich, and strong. Gardenias are unbelievable. Sage, peppermint, chamomile, tea tree. There are so many. I'm going to get real dirty in there with all the dirt, but I don't care. I'm honestly liberated and so damn blessed it arrived. There are so many things to do that heal. I just feel like general contact and communication with people. My birthday wish is not to fly anywhere this year. I want to have coffee, lunch, or dinner with Michelle Pfeiffer and Paris Jackson. It is important to look up to people and still believe in humanity. And there are extremely cool, beautiful people here. I will start acting, do real columns monthly, not about me stuff. People are never supposed to talk about controversy, shocking topics. I might even start my own radio podcast. And thank you to the people supporting my heart right now. I know you guys understand it hurts. And Perez Hilton, you are absolutely adorable and you made my heart smile. Okay. I think it's obviously that she's struggling with mental illness. I mean, that response right there felt like we were reading um like a flow of thoughts of truthfully it very much reminds me of a little bit of when we were reporting Kelly Wolf, right? That's what it felt like that. Um that's why the response prior, the day before, felt very much not like her because that was very coherent. And this today feels very like just a flow of thoughts. Um, all of it is yucky. All of it is yucky, right? It's all yucky. It's unwell. She's unwell. She's clearly unwell, and no one is taking care of her. What's her relationship with Perez Hilton? I'm curious. I mean, why are they so connected? Why can't Perez go and take care of her? I'm not joking. If she's calling out Perez in that clip or in that post, then they must have a connection. Can Perez help her? I'm not joking. Can he go and help her? Why are they so close? She needs to trust someone. It's all yucky. A lot of you guys in the comments are very anti Kevin Federline here. I don't know. Something about this whole thing feels very tough. I think to be in a relationship with someone and share a kid with someone who is mentally unwell and has made your children's life very challenging is also very hard. I'm not saying that Kevin is in the right. I'm just saying that both sides have a story that is hard. I don't know. I don't think that Britney is the only one that has struggled here. Does that make sense? I think Kevin is also not great. I think they're all like there's a lot of bad here. Not the kids are the only one that are really suffering. Honestly, that's how I really feel. I think the kids are the ones that are really suffering throughout it all. I'm curious. Like, I want to hear from the kids. They're adults. Like, I would love to hear from the kids. Like, did they really say, "Yeah, Dad, go ahead, write this book, expose the shit out of Mom"? Very interesting. Okay. I just like when I was listening to Kim Kardashian talk about Kanye. I just really sympathize with the person that's married or in a relationship or has to co-parent with someone that is mentally unwell. You can only imagine how hard that's got to be. And I think if anyone here has been in a relationship with someone that is not well, bipolar, an addict, any of those things, and then you have kids with them. Yes, I understand. Like if you're not the moneymaker and you're a Kevin Federline in the story, people are always going to look at you as a leech. People are always going to look at you as the bad person. But the truth is, and the reality is, he did raise those kids. Like that's the truth. He did raise those kids. And those kids are not in jail. And they're not drug addicts as far as I know. So like, is he the worst person in the entire world? I don't know. I'm not that anti Kevin Federline 100%. Like I still think he has a little bit of a right to be angry for how his kids were treated through their childhood if this is true. I don't know. I'm sorry. But yes, you guys all have a really good point that she was unwell and it wasn't intentional and she didn't try to make, their lives hard, and he is exposing it and that doesn't help anything, and it's tough. Very tough. Your comments are very, very smart, you guys, all of them. So thank you so much. Oh, this is interesting. Wendy says, I wrote her divorce as a stenographer as well as most of her other suits, worked for her lawyers for years, so I saw the whole other legal side of it. But Kevin shouldn't write a book. Why now? Money. It's got to be money. I don't think there's any other reason that he'd write the book. I mean, now that the kids are adults, technically, I think that's why. Okay. Let's move on. No, there's no winners here. No one's winning here in that story. We got to talk about really quick. Let me jump into this Ariana Grande story and then we'll do a Love is Blind. Ariana Grande apparently is completely, her wedding to this Ethan Slater, it's over. Ethan Slater is the guy that she cheated on. He cheated on his married wife with when he met Ariana Grande during the first Wicked. Remember during Wicked #1? He totally pieced out on his wife, married with newborn baby wife, like a freaking tool for something shinier and prettier, literally, Glinda from Wicked. And now, according to Daily Mail, Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater's wedding plans are over as the toxic couple's antics and awards blow up are revealed. Even though they aggressively promoted Wicked last year and lapped up the praise on the award circuit together, Ethan Slater and Ariana Grande are not spotted together for months. Remember, they filmed the movies together, so they haven't had to film together for a while. And they were doing all those movie appearances together. They were doing all the award appearances together. But now they're kind of like going off and doing their own thing. See, this is how it always works, I feel like. When you cheat and you find that like, oh, grass is greener. Oh, I want to be with that person. Oh. And then you're like, oh, it doesn't end up working out. Now, the only person that didn't happen to, we didn't cover it, but it was those two Good Morning America, TJ Holmes and Amy Roback. They ended up just getting engaged, but it still could not work out. We'll see. It says it was at this time that an insider told us that the marriage was definitely in Ariana and Ethan's future, so much that they were even considering saying, I do this year. They've both purposely cleared their schedules until Wicked for Good is released in November. They're exhausted from shooting and from all the promotional work Ariana's had to do for Wicked. But now that that's all over, they're going to take some vacation time. But unlike her character, Glinda, their bubble was soon to pop. They have not been seen together since April. And it doesn't look very good. But here's the thing. Maybe just don't cheat on your newborn baby's mom. You know? I blame Ariana on this one. I blame Ariana because I think she razzle-dazzled this guy, and she tried to kind of steal him away from his normal life. And she tried to kind of pull him away. Oh, hi, Ethan. You want some of this? Popular. And he was like, ooh, the pretty popular girl is giving me, the dork, a little attention. And he was like, bye to his wife, who is just like a normal, sweet, I think she's like a therapist. She's a marriage therapist or something, like very just normie, a normie. And he's like, bye. I don't care that you have a newborn baby. Bye. I got myself some Glinda. And she's like, he threw her to the curb. What they have is going on is more than a little toxic, but they're keeping it together for now, at least until Wicked for Good opens. And then it's doubtful that they'll stay together. The relationship is unhealthy for both. I mean, I don't want to be mean, but like, she doesn't look very healthy in general. I'm not a huge Ariana Grande fan, guys. Just being honest. I find her a little revealing in many ways. So good luck. Good luck. She was vagmatized. Do you want me to grab your finger, Ethan? Finally, Love is Blind. Guys, I'm going to break it to you. I'm really sad about this. Love is Blind. We have two couples broken up, and they have something in common. Both the women are beyond annoying. Okay, and I'm not saying that the guys are not annoying, but two couples on Love is Blind have broken up, Madison and Joe and Annie and Nick. And in both of these situations, it's because the women are so goddamn needy. Truly so needy. Here's how Annie and Nick went down. Nick, and this is my show, it's my opinion. Sorry, I guess I'll say alleged, but I hope Nick has Zach Peters' number because I think he kind of swings that way, if you know what I'm saying. Remember, I talked about this last week. Annie and Nick are not, I just don't think Nick is into Annie. I think Nick is into Anthony. Guys, if you know, you know. But I digress. Annie, a hairstylist, that would be like me being a hairstylist. You guys know my hair is like a hot mess half the time. That would be like me being a hairstylist. Annie, it's like Blake being a hairstylist. It's like Blake Lively all of a sudden saying, I'm a hairstylist. Annie is a hairstylist who doesn't know how to do her hair, who walks around like this because she sees double of everything because she's drunk, walks around and constantly wants Nick to give her validation. Okay? I love you, Nick. He says, I love you too. But I love you. I love you too. I love you. I love you too. No, but I really love you. Why don't you love me? I just said I love you. I don't think you love me. Is there something you're not telling me? Why aren't you telling me? Annie, I love you. It's okay. I guess you just don't have to love me. It's fine. It's fine. I just don't understand why you don't love me. I'll just show you a clip. I mean, I don't know what these clips are, but this is literally what this is like how Annie is. This is enough to make any man, straight or gay, run for the hills.
Like, be happy here, like in this moment with me.
I'm happy. I'm here. I'm in this moment with you. What
Okay.
What more do you want?
Nothing.
Obviously, you're upset.
I know. I love you, and I want to make sure that you love me too.
I do love you, and if you can't see that, that's concerning.
I need a little bit more confirmation.
I really care about
Okay.
you.
Okay.
I love you too.
First, babe, I love you.
Well,
That was so dumb.
what's dumb?
You.
How much I love you. I love you so much.
I love you too.
That's literally all I want.
So let's focus on that. All right. Promise?
P promise.
All right.
But like it wasn't enough. And this was the second time they had this fight. They had one of them in Cabo too. The same fight. Maddie says she needs a puppy. Even a puppy would run. The puppy would be like, take up my collar off and let me escape this home. She literally needs a body pillow that humps her. But here's the problem is that I think the reason that she didn't get the love that she was desiring from him is because I don't think she was understanding that I don't think he likes women. I'm being honest. When you know, she just wasn't able to accept it or recognize it because he wasn't fully committed, you know? She wasn't fully committed. I love you guys in the comments. She wasn't. I mean, he wasn't. Now, I see there's another clip here.
All I'm trying to do is
Hold on.
eat this
This is good.
chalupa and enjoy the night, all right? So can we just do that? All I'm trying to do is eat this chalupa
and enjoy the
enjoy
night.
the night, all right? So can we just do that?
Oh my God. All I'm trying to do is eat this chalupa and enjoy the night. So can we just do that? That is literally
All I'm trying to do.
That is literally the best sound ever. And I didn't love Nick, but by the end of Annie and Nick's relationship, like justice for Nick, cross off Keanu, justice for Nick. May he find the love of his life on Santa Monica Boulevard in West Hollywood. May he find it. The next day, after this insanely ridiculous fight, they wake up and she's like, sorry, I was like a little drunk last night. I was just like a little drunk. And he's like, yeah, no shit. He goes, I just don't think that this is going to work. I just don't think that this is going to work. She's like, why? Why don't you even just want to give it a shot? Why can't we just like actually do it? Why can't we just like try to get married? You guys, Wrigley is so annoyed with me. My dog is looking at me like, shut the fuck up, Donna. Like, no dog, animal. My fish would even jump out of the aquarium and try to end their own lives over this. No one wants to be part of this. Okay? Okay? Like, people would try to end lives over having to listen to this. Like, Annie's forever single. Now, honestly, I think that she wants to make it to the altar because she wants to turn him. She wants to change him. But he's like, it's pointless. I know that if we go to the altar, I'm going to say no. And she's like, just try. And then for the rest of the 10 minutes while they're packing up, she is desperate to get him to change his mind. Nope, never going to happen. Never going to happen. He's so happy. He's already like imagining himself like being free of this, like, as we say in Yiddish, nudnik. She's like a little gnat. She's a nudnik. Fucking annoying. I just want to punch her. Okay. Then our second couple that is not going well is Joe and Madison. And I hate to do this because Joe and Madison, well, I knew they were going to break up. Okay. I knew they were from the pods because Joe, when Joe met Madison, his first reaction to her was, she's not really my type. I usually like skinnier women than her. That's never good. Okay. It's never good. But the second thing was that she was like, I'm also going blind. She's literally Love is Blind. And when you have a man that doesn't think that you're super attractive, even though she's beautiful, when you have a man that doesn't think you're super attractive and you're going blind, like, we have a problem. He's already like, shit, how the hell do I get out of this? But he decides to try it out. Now, he's the one that got a little too drunk. He should go out with Annie. He's the one that he got a little too drunk in Cabo, and then she woke him up from the dead middle of the, drunk pass out, and he asked her a few questions, and she's like, you're scaring me. Why are you asking me that so many times? And he's like, what? I'm so confused. And she's like, why are you acting this way? She was so annoying about that. And then when he said over Chinese dinner one time, like, I don't know. I'm a little nervous. And she's like, why, Joe? Why? You proposed to me in the pods, Joe. Red flag. Major red flag. But as they're trying on tuxedos and wedding dresses, she's in heaven. He's freaking the fuck out. And he's like, I need to run for the hills. I can't even try on my pants. I'm shitting my pants. I'm so nervous. I don't think this is going to happen. I really don't think this is going to work. They've already met each other's parents. And the mom is like, it's a red flag when mom is like, Joe, when Madison is not happy, she just needs long hugs. And Joe's like, get me the fuck out of this. Because Madison is the kind of girl that's constantly like, Joe, I just want to cuddle with you all the time. I just want to always snuggle and cuddle with you. From morning till night, just snuggle and cuddle with me. I just want your body in mine. I just want to touch you. Can we just have sex? Just put your body in mine. Just put your penis in my vagina. She wanted his body bad. And he was like, he hated it. He was not into it at all. He was not physically attracted to her for a second. You could tell. So they are trying to kind of figure out whether or not they decide, as he's trying on his clothes, he's like, I don't think it's going to work. And this is when he starts to have a panic attack. Here you go.
It's stressful. This is all stressful. Just a lot of feelings, yeah.
What are your feelings?
You're here to get suited up, and everything is put into real life. So it's not anything that's,
Can't even
let's
speak.
do this tomorrow. I gotta get the fuck out of here. I can't do this.
Did Joe just run out of here?
He just ran out of there. And then he came home, and they don't even have the clip here. I can't believe they don't have the clip here. But he comes home and he goes to Madison and he says, Madison, it's not going to work. I don't think I want to be with you. And she's like, Joe, why? I'm just so confused. Why? I love you. And he broke up with her. And at the end of it, when she's so depressed, he's like, I feel relieved. I was going to be miserable in that relationship. Man, I was going to be He's never been happier. She's like, how are you going to feel if you saw me with another man physically? He was like, it's kind of part of the deal. I think he fucked a girl on the way home from the taping. 100%. Now, finally, we have two other couples. One of them is Allie and Anton. So boring, I don't even want to waste a second with it. We have Sparkle Megan and her man-child boyfriend, Joe, who drinks the chicken and Crystal Light smoothies. I think they're going to be fine, actually. It's a weird couple for me, but I think they're going to be fine. They're going to end up getting married. I think those two couples are definitely going to get married. And then we have Edmund. Edmund is the guy that lives with the pick in his hair from morning till night. Edmund is Arrested Development. Oh my gosh, you're being so loud, Wrigley. Edmund has Arrested Development, and he has not aged past, I think, 7 years old. Now, he cannot stop getting in trouble with his girlfriend, with his fiance, KB. He cannot stop getting in trouble. Poor guy will spend his entire life with her getting yelled at. Not aggressively, but just getting schooled. He is marrying a mother. Sorry, I'm being honest, and I'm not blaming her. But she is marrying her child. She is going to have a child with him. This is just an example of one of their conversations. I feel for both of them. She's marrying her child, and he is marrying a mother. And he'll never get it because he's 6. He's 6 years old, 7 years old. I've never seen him happier than when he was on his rollerblades being like, wee, mommy, look at me, wee, wee. He's literally a 6-year-old.
It's so hard. It's so hard. I think like it's just testing us to see how strong we are together. But I'm still stuck on you. You're still all I want. Get in our crib, have a kid still. I'm still all locked in on you. But I still do love you. I still want to do this with you.
I mean, if I didn't want to do this, I wouldn't be here. So I stay because I know I love you. I stay because I know there was a reason why I chose to say yes to you. I stay because I see your potential. But potential has broken my heart plenty times before. So it puts me in a dilemma.
That did not show nearly the 30 minutes of her schooling him and teaching him how to be a man. Like, it was wild. This is a moment, I guess, of their making up.
Hello. These are for you. And I'm like speaking from the heart right now. Like, but I'm sorry for like ignoring you. And like yesterday in the car and stuff, like when you're talking to me, and I was just like telling the person driving like to talk to me instead and not listen to you. Like, straight up ignoring you.
I can't.
And yeah, I really do apologize, like sincerely. And I've just been thinking, reflecting so much, so much, and I don't want to lose you. And I do apologize for like minimizing your emotions. And I definitely noticed know some reasons why you can be done with me. And I just want to make up for it.
He's scared of her.
I never want you to feel like I gave up on you. Through the hard ass times, I know you didn't give up on me. I just keep trying.
I truly feel like it's me trying to teach my 10-year-old how to be like a better person. Like, Oliver, in life, we don't pull our pants down and fart in people's faces. It's just not appropriate to do. As you get older, you're going to realize that you can't burp at the dinner table, sweetie. It's not the right thing to do, my friend. Like, that's what that feels like. He's sweet, but he's always going to be her child. You guys, thank you so much for being here for another fun Friday episode of Daily Dose of Donna. I appreciate it. Did you subscribe? Did you like the episode? Did you share it with your friends? Do it all. Do it for me. Do it for Wrigley. I love you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Shabbat shalom. And I'll talk to you on Monday. Bye.